Here we go with Zatan the Black and his boys versus, I don't know, I don't even know his name, but we're gonna find out after looking at everything I brought for my boys. I brought Zatan on foot with all his normal stuff. Didn't think I'd have to need him to deal with High Elves, especially after I saw what I was up against. Infernal Ironsworn, just one of these, just a mass of nothing but bodies. Goblins and orcs. Blunderbuss is in the back, and here we go. Alith Anar. I've never, ever faced this bastard, and I can see why. He kind of sucks, stat-wise. He's got no armor, he's a caster, and he's a sneaky boy. Plenty of Shadow Walkers, Mage, Beast, Flock of Doom, and everything. He took a few too many spells. I don't know. I feel like this is a campaign player, but yeah, this is definitely probably a campaign player. This is the weirdest game I've ever played. Sorry, I just wanted to send a scout because I had no idea what he was doing. I say he's a campaign player, but he's tearing my shit apart. He's got plenty of units that can deal with Chaos Dwarf artillery. Especially on a map like this, where it's going to be hard for them to get in there. He's got bolt throwers. Why? I don't know. I guess he wants to try to out-artillery my units. Shadow Walkers hiding up in the cliffs so they can get their arc shots, which is not a bad idea, honestly. I was very surprised, but the fact I scouted them was a problem. As you can see with those Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders, I'm gonna know they're there. It's gonna cost me a bit, but I'll know. And after that, I'll have the points. Yeah, as soon as I get shot, it's already a problem for my opponent. This is such a strange build, and you're going to hear that a lot today, in this gameplay, in this replay. This was weird. My opponent did something weird out of nowhere, and he's shooting a bolt thrower into trees, so take that what you will. I'm just throwing units away. I'm letting my opponent get the value because I know I'll be able to get it back. Quite easily, honestly. The problem is, those Shadow Walkers aren't going to be able to cut it. Yeah, I was expecting a lot more than this. Because I played against another opponent with Chaos Dwarfs versus High Elves, and they brought a build I will show afterwards. Yeah, because that build of my opponent's destroyed me. Excuse me. Yeah, alright, but back to this. Alith Anar is a really tricky bastard. But with that said, he's not the hardest to kill. He's got plenty of little nonsensical tricks. Trying to get the hell out of there. 62 melee defense ain't no joke. He's got solid armor-piercing missile damage. Yo, excuse me. Ooh. And he's got plenty of other nonsense. And my... Look at these bastards. The Blunderbuss just delete his little clone. Ugh, man. Disgusting. Thing's gone already. And yeah, I don't... My opponent has so many opportunities to go and get the hell out of there. With these Blunderbusses getting ready to load up arm. And he's just throwing these bolt throwers. It's such a goofy fight. He's hidden in the trees so he doesn't get hit by artillery. He's playing so conservative. For good reason. The artillery is a real problem, but you can tell he just doesn't know what to bring. And I'll show after what to bring. What to really, if you want to deal with Chaos Dwarves and the mass that this is. Because they have a glaring weakness. Well, at least they do now, that I've seen. My opponent, he's got the right tool. And that tool is in his caster. Just throwing away more units so I can just get a view so my artillery, my death shriekers can start loading onto his units. And yeah, back to what I was saying. It's just so weird. He's got Flock of Doom. He's got Flock of Doom. He could easily just bust out of here with Flock of Doom to hit a I mean, all my units are all piled up. He can start what is it, zoning me out with his units quite easily. They got 180 range. And he's doing it quite well. I gotta move back. I can't bring much else, but at the same time, he's giving me way too much map control already. It's just like, what are you gonna do? Everything's hiding. You're too conservative. You need to go in there and start taking things. Just need a fight, my friend. You need a fight. And I was just so baffled during the fight and after doing the replay, just thinking, what the hell is going on in this dude's head? I'm gonna fast forward a bit. And those Death Street rockets, that's why he's in the forest. But the problem is, you already let me get to him. I didn't bring them in the beginning. He could have easily zoned me out with all this nonsense. Easily. He could have taken care of all these units before the Death Shriekers came in. I don't know if he thought I was hiding them or what. But I did play on this map before against Chaos Dwarves, and the Chaos Dwarf player, it's really annoying. God damn, that was a lot of damage. That was ugly. Alright, before I get distracted again with all that beauty. They hid their, the cliffs, the hills on the cliffs in the middle of the map here. You can hide the Death Tree rockets behind the trees, and somehow they still shoot, which is insane. So they got cover from other artillery fire, while still being able to shoot freely, which is insane. You need to position them quite well, and if the opposing artillery you're trying to fire at or whatever moves too much, then yeah, you're going to lose your line of sight. But it's a solid thing. And here I thought, okay, here comes the Flocks of Doom, and damn, the blunderbuss just start nailing it. No, he brings in a fucking Great Eagle. Like, what the hell? Why would you summon that? Of all the things you could have done. There were 4 beautiful units with a Flock of Doom that could have eaten it. Here comes the Flock of Doom, but it only gets 1 unit, which was a waste. He could have easily got 4. Well, he's got 2 now. But I'm just sitting here pulling my hair out like, what the hell? I didn't even want to do this replay, but my opponent just played so strange. I was just like, what the hell was this? Is this really happening? Is this reality? And he just lets me take his other objective. He puts up a bit of a fight, but still, I'm able to do it with impunity. I don't know. This was definitely not a fight I really expected. And it was it's too strange, honestly. Too busy killing my own goblins right now. Oh, man. Oh, those Death Shrieks are just so gross. So I understand why he didn't want to come in, because a lot of people don't understand how to deal with the artillery. And I'll show the secret of how to deal with that shit in a second. But first, let's just finish this thing up. Man, it's so nuts. And I'm loving the blunderbuss. These boys had a field day with shooting. Oh, shit. They don't have 130 range? No, they have 90. Okay. Wonder what I saw which had 130. Probably the Raiders. The bows. Just look at those bullets fly. Those poor, poor archers. Oh, man. Eating hot rocks for breakfast. Oh, you poor bastards. Finally brought in the Infernal Ironsworn, because, man, they've just been sitting there doing nothing this whole game up till now. And yeah, my opponent's triple capped. It's insane. Let me look at this blob. A Flock of Doom right there would be beautiful. There's at least 6 units in that blob. And for some reason, oh my god. Look, see? Right there, beautiful. Do it. There you go. There you go. Nice Flock of Doom. 18 seconds of just death. Oh no. No. God damn it, opponent. What the fuck? Use the curse thing to lower the melee attack and defense, and I believe the missile resistance? Or not missile resistance, missile block chance. Which, honestly, is a little too late right now, because he's got no goddamn missiles. I mean, jeez. What the fuck? I'm killing my units better than he is. And we have over double the value of him now, because the Death Shrieks are just insane. And they're gonna get I feel like they're gonna get hit with a nerf because they're just too accurate and too effective. There we go. There's the Flock of Doom. About time. The only problem is that the damn year too late. We murdered everything. I'm pretty sure he's gonna tap out soon. Yeah, he is. His lord's done. There's not really much else he can do. I just can't believe he let me just run through him like that. Jeez. So yeah, let's look at this value and hopefully... Oh man, I just feel bad. If you're rude for me, I got some bad news for you. You shouldn't have. This is not a game where you're like, oh yeah, nerd, you did so good. It's like, no, my opponent was just so weird, so conservative with his units and choices. Yeah, we're just gonna run through the value real quick, and we'll get to what I've seen that has actually done quite well against Chaos Dwarfs. Honestly, I think it's the way to go too, for certain factions. As soon as we finish looking at this nonsense, no, these poor Shadow Walkers didn't stand a chance. But I definitely thought my opponent's build was interesting. Definitely avoids a lot of the nonsense, but yeah. Alright then, we're gonna move on. See you guys in a second. Alright, here we go. So, High Elves versus Chaos Dwarfs. What works? I don't think it's Emmerich. I don't think it's any of these. Well, there's one, I think, that's worked quite well. And that's Tyrion. Tyrion is solid. And how I'd bring him, probably on horse, just in case, because those little dwarf bastards are slow. And this may surprise you, but the kick the shit out of me was 2 Arcane Phoenixes. Why Arcane Phoenixes? Let's look at them. Stat-wise, not bad. Speed, solid. Good leadership. Not great armor, but they are armor-piercing. Emberstorm, pretty solid at deleting mid to low tier units until you get to the fire resistance, but even then the armor piercing's not too bad either. But Tune to Magic's not the worst. Fiery Rebirth, solid, but the real key is this fire resistance and physical resist. Bull Centaur renders will eat these things, but Tyrion backing him up would stand your ground. It's not that bad, because then you're looking at least 70 melee 64 melee defense, 46 melee attack. So it's not the best, not the worst. But these Ember Storms, don't underestimate them. They get rid of a lot of things. And the real nail in the coffin here, the Mage Beast. Not Mage Beast, but the Mage. In particular, Metal. Why Metal? Because Final Transmutation is nuts. Great against blob fights. You know you're going to be blobbing. And these Phoenixes, whether they're dealing with front line or artillery, they're just solid. They can take hits from the Death Shrieks, rockets, unless they have the... And even if they have Bull Centaurs protecting them, guess what? The 120 speed makes it hard to track. On top of that, you're just going to delete and tear out all their goblins and orcs, leaving you with... And there's still points to put in. You'll have an army left over while your opponent's still scrambling. Whatever they don't kill, you can hit their lord with Final Transmutation and 2 Phoenixes. Bale Taurus will take a while to take out, but with Final Transmutation at a distance, it can be rough. It really caught me off guard. So yeah, you can go with your army with what you would. Probably just some archers, maybe some white lions, just lots of armor piercing. Maybe some Silver and Guard. Who knows? Obviously, I don't play High Elves because I don't have any. I barely have any of their DLC. But that's what I've seen work. That's what I've seen take me out quite honestly, quite well. And I think, yeah, 1050, that's not bad. You could also maybe do a Searing Doom, Plague of Rust, if you really think you're going to have trouble with them. So yeah, that's my suggestion. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Y'all have a good one. Peace and goodbye for now.